Hey guys, welcome to the Chase in Hyperspace podcast. This is going to be episode 4. Thank you for watching this shit. I I'd like to I'd like to develop a relationship with people who watch my videos. Um, I really like that deep personal shit. If you guys want to comment or uh, send me a message or anything like that, I'd love to hear from anybody that watches this, and it could be, like anyone could just say anything to me at this period in time, and I would try to respond to it. Um, in the future, that may not always be the case, especially if there's like a higher volume of people trying to get in contact with me. So this I just want to be one of those people that, like you can actually reach out to me. So I know that, some people, they're like almost like celebrity status or some shit, and yet they are able to get to people's messages, and I think that shit's really awesome. It just kind of breaks the fourth wall, and I have a buddy that says, I don't know if he says that's what we're here to do, but it's just kind of, I think it's something that's really awesome. It's just breaking that fourth wall sometimes, and because people can, watch a show or something, and they just kind of feel separate from the characters sometimes, or whoever they're watching. I wanna get to a point where I'm doing I'm answering videos, I'm maybe even doing live calls type shit, but I'm not that sophisticated with making videos. I just got a camera and a fucking laptop, and I don't even have a phone right now, so um, I just ordered a Motorola phone the other day because I broke my Samsung Galaxy. If this had some power to it and I was turning it on, the screen would just flash, like random colors and shit, because it's so destroyed. I dropped it while riding my bike, and I spent half the fucking stimulus check on this thing, so it came, it left, it never fucking happened. But now I'm getting like $100 Motorola phone and on some cheap ass fucking phone service. So just I was hoping I could sort of invest more in video equipment, or microphones, to get better audio. I know in the last video it was recorded outside. It was actually recorded on his roof, and it was windy outside. It's it's fall here in Michigan, so um, as you can see, it's I don't know how well you can see that, but it's fall outside. So um, today is extra fucking crazy because it's 6:45 right now, and this is so fucking crazy, but I'm going to attempt my first 100-mile race, or first 100-mile run. I'll I'm thinking I will take some stops during it, but I don't want to stop for long. Um, just learning from experience, I feel like, I don't know if it's true or not. I mean, I'm just gonna try to finish it no matter what, but I mean, yeah, I'm just gonna do my best to finish it no matter what. I'm honestly gonna try to take it easy because this is my first 100 miler, and I just want to finish it. There's more to it, but it's like it's not that kind of higher gear isn't like uh, really going right now. That kind of amped up sort of thing. So right now I feel normal. Um, I feel like I'm just kind of doing my normal lifestyle right now. Honestly, my lifestyle hasn't been, I don't know, how I would like it to be. I haven't been, on the carnivore diet, and I haven't been able to kind of fast on demand how I would like to. So it's like I would like to fast. I'd like to actually be a lower weight than I am right now, but hey, I fucking ate some donuts today, so you know, I'm going to so for this run, I think what's gonna happen is I'm just gonna go into it and basically fast for the entire 24 hours that I'm running. I'm going to drink water though. Uh, that's gonna be the thing. I think that's gonna be the challenge for me is the water situation, because honestly, carrying water can be kind of a bit a bitch, but like I'm thinking I'm gonna get like a gallon jug or something like that, and I'm gonna throw some salts in it, salt and potassium and some magnesium. Snake juice. I'm gonna basically be drinking snake juice while I'm doing this ultra marathon, and yeah. Usually people for like a marathon event, they'll eat like high carb foods like pancakes, um, just like Courtney DeWalter. Her diet is just like the most normal fucking diet I've ever seen. Like she runs these ultra marathons, and you know, she drinks pop. Eats like these fucking fajitas, waffles, like I don't know, and so people will have like these aid stations while they're running an ultra marathon during an event. Um, I won't be having really any aid stations. I'm gonna start this run at midnight. So I've been up, but I got a little bit of sleep earlier, just kind of like really taking it easy today before this run. I don't know what the weather is gonna be like. The weather could be fucked, and I might have to do it anyways. But I'm going to check right now. But so it's 46 degrees Fahrenheit with a low of like 36 degrees at around 6 a.m. through 9 a.m. The humidity is 70%. It says rain right now. Possible light rain later this evening. So it's saying at 12 a.m. mostly cloudy all through the night, overcast, and so today is Monday, October 19th, and I'm here in Michigan. I'm just looking at the weather in real time to kind of see what's up for this run. I'm doing laundry right now. See, I don't think it's gonna rain during it, but I think there's a chance that it could. Um, yeah, I'm just gonna. It looks like it's not really gonna rain, but it's gonna be cloudy. Right now, it might rain a little bit. I think there's a chance it might rain a little bit tomorrow. Um, because yeah, it's gonna be from midnight to fucking midnight. So basically the entire 20th. And this is fucked up, but I am gonna try to get it in 24 hours before my birthday, which is the 21st. And I think it'll. I mean, I'm not gonna worry about it. If it does, I might worry about it during my running. Like it might kind of be like a time goal or some shit that I think about. Like I have to fucking get this run in before 24 hours, because basically it's gonna be a pace of about like 4 miles an hour, like a 15-minute pace in order to get 100 miles. So um, um, so and a 15-minute pace is actually you know, someone might, there's probably someone out there thinking about it and they're like, oh, that's slow as fuck. A 15-minute pace per 15 minutes per mile, 4 miles an hour. Some people would be like, oh, that's, you know, you kind of do the math and you're like, okay, if I just kind of keep this, like, it's like a very brisk walk. That's kind of how I explain it, or how I experience it. But the that motion of that fast walking can get fatigued. You know, the muscles still will kind of wear out. That so it's like I feel like I have to mix it up to kind of keep my muscles fresh, to keep feeling fresh. But you know, I'm just gonna try to be very patient and be monk mode. Just meditate on my feet. Try to be low impact and just really try not to worry too much too. Um, you know, um, just run. You know that. Keep moving. Um, just focus on my breathing. Try to be like a loving awareness kind of thing, where it's like almost like a disassociated level of awareness, where it's like kind of beyond myself. Like I'm witnessing Chase going through this race or something like that. And just trying to like, not really trying, I feel like it's just gonna happen, um, to get like a clear mind during this. So I do feel a little nervous. I kind of feel this thing that I've felt before. It's almost like this it's like shit's getting real kind of thing. Um, it's kind of like this feeling of like I'm gonna go face the dragon or some shit. So yeah, smoking a ton of weed earlier. I honestly just feel like smoking a lot of weed still. I don't know if that's gonna help me or hurt me, but see, the way my mind works is kind of um, it feels kind of fucked. For sometimes it's kind of like I feel like I'm kind of making this harder for myself sometimes. I don't know, like smoking weed. Like I don't know if it's gonna make it harder for myself. I think it. I think it does make it harder. At some point, it makes the fatigue worse. I think, but you know, and this the lungs. I feel like it can kind of affect the lungs a little bit too. Smoking, but I mean, deep down, it's just like I just want to do this no matter what, despite everything. You know, I just want to get to the other side of this, to the other side of suffering. Honestly, a lesson I learned before was when I did the David Goggins 4 miles every 4 hours for 48 hours challenge. I was doing it successfully for the first like 24 miles or something like that. So the first uh, 24 miles, I, you know, was feeling pretty good. But the thing is for the first 24 miles is I microdosed, which means I took a little bit of a psychedelic, and then I think I had some coffee. I think I smoked some weed, or I was using a cart, like a fucking THC cart, and I was hitting it. So it was like I was kind of just like in the first period, I was just kind of ramping up my adrenals. I feel like to it just felt like I was ramping myself up to try to stimulate myself to do this thing, to like try to like stay awake or something. But I feel like um, the level of exhaustion that I felt halfway through, especially from I'll say like the stimulants, though they're not actually, I don't know, like the weed, coffee, psychedelic combo was just kind of like it crashed on me, and I'm like, I set an alarm so I could sleep, you know, because it's 4 miles every 48 hours or 4 miles every 4 hours for 48 hours, so I was gonna set an alarm for a couple hours and try to get some sleep, but I slept past my alarm. I woke up, got enough to do, I think, like 4 or 7 miles or some shit before work. I went to work, and then after work, I did like, after work, I think I did like 12 miles or something like that. And I don't know, or 14. I forget how it worked out. I think I have it it recorded my experience with that, but basically is I had to just finish. I had to get the miles in the 48 hours rather than following through with the 4 miles every 4 hours rule. But so um so yeah, I passed out during it. That was a 48-hour event, um, to where this run is going to be a 24-hour event. I've been up today. The reason I'm starting it at midnight is because on my Fitbit, this is how I'm gonna be recording my miles, is on my Fitbit. That may not be the most accurate way of doing it, but I'm just gonna do it that way. That is like the most convenient thing for me to do. It's basically, You know, another option of mine would to be go to like I think it would be like a half-mile track or a mile track. I don't know. There's a track. I don't know how long it is. Um, that I know of, and I think they lock it up at night. So yeah. Um, so I'm just gonna really try to go off of my Fitbit, and it sucks because I don't even have a phone to do GPS. So I really don't think it's going to be extremely accurate. You know, it's not going to be precise, but you know, the goal is 100 miles. If it says 100 miles, I might just end it there, you know. But if and I mean, there's a chance, but um, a very unlikely one, I want to say, is if I were to just try to push it and do more than 100 miles. Um, I think it is possible if I'm feeling really good. Um, but then, like, say if I'm feeling really really good, if I make 100 miles before 24 hours, um, there's I I may be able to do more and just go for the 24 hours. Um, See, the thing is with this Fitbit is like the reason why I'm doing it at midnight is because that's when the day resets, or like that's when the mileage resets on the app. They have it set up so you know it shows you how many you got in the day, and so I'm just trying to get um, you know I'm just trying to get the full mileage, you know, recorded on my Fitbit so I can be like, okay, I'm at mile I'm at mile 25, or I'm at, you know, a mile. And just to, you know, kind of see it throughout the day. Instead of being, you know, I get in, say if I were to start right now, it would be like, okay, if I got, you know, I'd have to make sure I see the mileage right before midnight, and basically like write it down or some shit, or kind of check the app, and I'd have to actually link it to my roommate's phone because that's how I had to set up my Fitbit, is through someone else's phone, just so I could get it to work. And then yeah, I'd have to kind of split it up and add it up and just kind of do some math, and I'm not really trying to think about it, you know. So I've been kind of writing today. I don't know if it's actually going to be my book, but I just kind of wrote "Welcome to my book" on one of these pages, and ever since that page, I've been trying to write it as if it's going to be a book, because the idea really is to or what kind of why I would like to write a book is because if I could write a book and give it to someone and have it change their life, then or if I could write a book to change someone's life, or to you know, inspire people, then I think that would be, you know, the point. um, I mean, as far as I know. I think the point is to actually be able to change my own life and to almost like set an example for other people and to show what's possible for other people. Um, Honestly, there's like some nitty gritty stuff that I don't that it's gonna be hard for me to get into when it comes to a book, um, or to just be extremely like raw with just anybody and everybody, because there's some issues that I experience that are on a private level right now. I feel like I don't know how I can. I think it's good to be able to share one's own problems and to be like open with it, being open with dealing with personal problems with other people is kind of like I think it's part of like a therapeutic process in a way, um, or at least to get to the point where it's like feeling like I'm above those problems and you know yeah, just kind of feeling like yeah, I'm like above them, or somehow I'm able to just kind of talk about them openly, and I think uh, it gets to a point sometimes where it's like I can talk about my past freely, or my past issues freely, things I've dealt with, and I guess that's just the point I'm trying to get to, is like having, certain issues addressed, and being able to kind of strip away some of the like shame and embarrassment around certain issues and shit like that. Um, um, yeah, just for this whole purpose of showing how low a person can go, or like showing that some people they find themselves in a very low point and on a path that they wish they can change, and having behaviors that a person, wishes they could change. And I feel like I have some of those. I have, you know, I'm in a place that I would like, some change in my lifestyle, being on Facebook too much, just kind of like wasting time, mismanagement of time, um, my eating habits, getting that dialed in, uh, like my body weight, or like my getting a good like physique, like a healthy physique, and not just get my my goal isn't to just have like a good physique, because I think some people who strive to have a good physique, they sacrifice uh, physical. They sacrifice like what can be described. It's like some people will go through kind of like a level of like malnourishment, and also a level of metabolic um, dysfunction or something like that, where people kind of they lose their ability to be fired up about things, or that switch to tap into that um, high gear. Um, I think some people kind of I don't know. Like, I know that physique isn't everything, um, though it's like I want to actually like be healthy, because some people, they'll try to lose weight so hard that they start getting like, I don't know, you can just kind of see it in their face that they're like, it looks like a level of malnourishment. I think some people are malnourished from like animal fats. Like, I think there's kind of, you can just kind of, I feel like I can just kind of see people's malnourishment sometimes. Not to like judge them, but it's just like I notice a person is like, um, I can notice when people are like, they're almost like trapped by their diet in a way. And I feel like I'm trapped by diet sometimes in a way, or like trapped by like carb addiction or something like that. Not necessarily carb addiction, but that it's like there's a lot of carbs that are problematic. I think it's kind of like I think it's like a burger, right? A burger is like there's two buns and there's some toppings, and then there's like quarter pound of beef, uh, half a pound of beef, and that's maybe some cheese. But it's like that portion of meat, in my opinion, with the volume of I want to just say bullshit, kind of, it hits like a volumetric fullness, I want to say, like a stuffed feeling. But I want to say it's like malnourishing because it's like, holy fuck, I'm thirsty. I gotta get some water. Um, but I'm just gonna continue with the video, it's okay. So, yeah, it's like people kind of hit this volumetric fullness, but in terms of like nutrient fullness, it's kind of like a cop out. I said this as a joke the other day, but I feel like hamburger buns are like a thing that people invented to kind of keep people to kind of stop people's bitching about not feeling full enough from not feeling actually full from like quarter pound, half a pound of meat, when really I think most people could probably eat a pound and a half, 2 pounds, and sometimes as high as like fucking 5 pounds in a day of meat. And that sounds like such a fucking like foreign thing to people, um, to like be eating that much meat. But I don't think we really realize how malnourished that we are, or that a lot of people are. Like the nutritional deficiencies, um, the mineral deficiencies, vitamin deficiency, just deficiencies, and a lot of people um, get like, I think it's called like anemia, B12 deficiency, um, iron deficiency, or some shit like that. All kinds of shit, okay? And not saying that it's. So I've been trying to figure out like what is the truth when it comes to diet. And honestly, like, I was really happy with a carnivore diet and fasting, but then I was also pretty happy with kind of eating what I wanted and also fasting, like a good fasting routine. But like fasting can really help me out. I feel like this 100 miler, however, just this long run is going to clear me out, and I hope, you know, that it gets me into ketosis actually. In a way, I feel like I don't know if this is true, but I would think that fasting sort of resets the microbiome, and I think the microbiome has an effect on a person's appetite, and I feel like it takes some pretty hardcore fasting to really reset a person's palate um, for taste. Um, you know, when I do a fast and I do a water fast with salt water, I do salt, potassium, and magnesium, and say I just eat like a normal fucking person, like it's a fucking I eat like it's fucking Thanksgiving or some shit, okay, and then I start a fast. Um, I might crave some uh, I wake up. Um, what happens during a fast is, I wake up, I might experience some hunger in the morning, um, and I might experience like hunger actually really early in the morning sometimes. I think that can be that kind of hunger, I think, can be sort of treated by eating more meat um, beforehand, like having. So it's weird. I'll kind of as lately, it's like I'll kind of have a few days of carnivore, like zero carb, and then I'll have a few days where I eat some carbs and shit. But I still try to eat a lot of meat if I can. Um, and But what I was trying to get at is like, so it's like I'll have like these cravings, and it feels like, especially when I first started to fast, started getting into fasting, um, or there's been times that I've gotten into fasting, I almost feel like the hunger. I'm gonna be totally honest here. Sometimes I feel like a hunger is almost like it's like a parasite. Uh, I'm just being honest here, okay? I feel like hunger can feel like a parasite or something like that. Like the colony in the gut can have kind of like a parasitic kind of um, hunger in a way, and it's like you want to starve off the parasite. The para Yeah, because it's like it's like um, the bad bacteria is what I'm trying to say. It's like the bad bacteria is like can have like a strong hunger associated with it, like an addiction, I want to say. Um, it's kind of like a thing that is insatiable. Um, and a thing that actually, it's like malabsorption too. So it's like, um, I think in order to be the most efficient when it comes to food absorption is really, it's probably got to be a level of like intermittent fasting mixed with some prolonged fasting every now and then. Some people, um, you know, it's like marathon runners in a way. They'll do like a run every now and then. At least with me, it's, I don't know. I kind of view running as a form of fasting too, in a way. Especially if I'm fasting during it, Jesus. But so yeah, it's like when I think of fasting, one thing I've thought about is like starving the parasite. You know, not feeding the parasite because it's like removing. It is kind of like removing a layer in a way. Um, I feel like there's kind of like layers. Um, there's like barriers in a way when it comes to fasting, and I've been kind of struggling to figure out the barriers when it comes to fasting and having a deficit and like figuring out what are some barriers that prevent from like um, just going forward with a fast. And I've thought before that like fasting is the truth. Um, I feel kind of like separated from that, and I haven't been able to kind of like see that truth for a while. Um, I I wish I could. Like I did a 7 day fast before, and that was one of the best. That was like the best I ever felt. I felt like totally, almost like I felt like it was like God sustaining me or something like that, or like us being sustained. I felt like I had like a direct like IV, like a. I feel like I was being like injected with life or something like that. Like it was just like life was being injected into me, or that I was becoming like a current, like a clear current of energy or something like that. I don't fucking know, dude. It just felt very clean, so fucking clean, and just like peaceful and without need, you know. And I feel like I I feel like I've been kind of struggling to listen to my body, to also being honest with myself, perhaps, and just kind of like having that hard conversation with myself in the mirror sometimes. Um, like holding myself accountable. It has been kind of like a really stressful thing for me, fasting at times, especially when, um, say, if my diet is not a carnivore diet, like it's a diet that's not 100%. I feel like that has been kind of a reason for me to not fast. I don't know. So I'm thinking after this run, I'm kind of nervous. I don't even know if I'll be the same person afterwards. Like, um, I'm not gonna think of it as being like some magical fucking thing, or that I'm gonna be flooded with any like positive emotion during it, honestly. But like, I just feel like it's gonna give me a perspective on, the price of like what I really want, and just figuring out like why suffer, and like what's the point of like suffering for something, and yeah, I'm honestly not really trying to think about it as being 100 miles. I'm really not trying to think of it like that. I'm just gonna take it as it comes, step by step. That's how I want to do it. It's just step by step. If I feel like I have to walk, I'm just gonna walk. I'm just gonna, follow. Just try to follow myself, or like follow, like finding what feels good. I feel like is really. I'm gonna try to find what feels good and what feels. I don't know how it's gonna feel. Um, During the 4 miles every 4 hours for 48-hour challenge that I fucked up, but I still did. During the very last moments of the run, in the last like miles, it was just like I felt like I was so fucking like I was like it was the hardest thing I ever fucking did. Still today, to date, I want to say, it just like was like I was literally like fucking like I was like shadow boxing like while I'm running, just trying to like um literally just trying to fight, for to get through it. And I'm gonna fight to get through this. I really want to get through this. So I'm just kind of looking at my book here. So when I came up with the idea of running a 100-mile race, it was on my birthday last year. My birthday was October 21st, and right now it's October 19th. So it's about a year ago. And when I was thinking, I was like, what is something I really want? What is something I'm willing to suffer for? And the idea just came in my mind of running like 100 miles before 22. Like 100-miler before 22. Running 100-mile ultra marathon before I turned the age of 22. Or, so it might happen on my 21st birthday. Like that might be when I'm finished. But I'm just gonna get out there at midnight. It's 7:30 right now. Um, I got some laundry to do. Gonna try to just honestly fucking relax. Try to get hydrated. I might actually go to the store. I'm fucking like biting my fucking thumb off. I feel as fucking autistic. I I don't know. I don't even know if I'm autistic, but just like I feel fucking as retarded as ever. Um, Especially with like eating sugar and stuff. Like I was eating donuts today. I don't really know why. I just kind of figured I would burn them off. So, sugar makes me feel fucking retarded. So, yeah, I just kind of, I don't know. I just, so there's kind of like this revelation sort of feeling that I felt when I thought of that goal. I was on psychedelics. I think it was mushrooms or something like that. 4-ACO DMT maybe, like basically mushrooms. Like it was a tryptamine, and yeah, it just felt like it felt like a revelation. Like it felt like that was, I was just like yes, yes. Like I can't fucking replicate it right now for some reason, but just that thing. I think what it was is like, so I've had a revelation before, and the revelation before was like, I was like, how do I face the infinite unknown? Like all the things I could face if only I would. And I was thinking about that really heavily, like how can I face the infinite unknown? And you know, like I learned it from Jordan Peterson, but it's like this thing where it's like, don't sacrifice who you could be for who you are. Um, it's kind of like this exchange that occurs where it's like being able to let go of me or something like that, what I know, in exchange for what I could know. And I think that is like the process of understanding. I think there's kind of more to it, but it's like somehow um, the process of understanding and facing that infinite unknown is, I think that's like love in a way. It's like awareness. It's like a receptivity, or um, it's like the reception, um, having like a good reception or receptivity, if that's the right word, to experience receptivity, to experience, kind of like the like an openness to experience, or an openness to what could be or what could be known. It's like a it's almost like a surrendering to awareness or something like that. Having it's, I feel like understanding is, it can feel like an enduring kind of thing. I've The act of understanding can be kind of like I think there really is a cost sometimes when it comes to understanding. Um, but sometimes I feel like the cost of not understanding is greater. So, um, what I mean by that is like, what is what is versus what could be. Um, what is can be like a state of suffering compared to a state of like not suffering or something like that, or overcoming suffering or something like that. I feel like sometimes there's like a reason, like there's always a reason or something like that. Like there's always a light at the end of the tunnel kind of thing, where it's like, I feel like suffering can have really powerful meaning sometimes. And I think we're here to understand suffering. Like, I feel like understanding suffering is kind of like the ultimate test in a way. And I have to be careful about what I mean by that, but I feel like suffering is kind of the thing that we least wish to understand it, or the thing that we're um, kind of like acknowledging pain. Sometimes I feel like it's easier to not acknowledge pain, to kind of seek out comfort, rather than like embrace pain and suffering, and like to have like a loving awareness over pain and suffering. So with this 100 miler, it's like, I feel like if it kills me, I hope that God gives me another chance at life. So I mean, like, just being honest, like, if this really does bring me to the brink of death, I just really, I want to be able to bargain for another chance or something like that. I almost don't like that though, the idea of having to bargain for another chance versus, just kind of not needing to be in that position to begin with. I'm just gonna try not to be totally fucking see, there's this thing where it's like, I might be in an intense conversation, or scratch that, I might be in an intense confrontation of sorts with experience or something like that, where it's like like the idea of just going hard as fuck, like it's like, in order to go hard as fuck, there's just kind of like this I feel like there's like a sacrifice sometimes in going hard as fuck, and it's like the kind of thing where it's like, I'll jump around and I'll jump and headbang if I really love some music or like a live event or something, and like if I just really want to show my love and appreciation. It's like I kind of have like a sacrifice, like some people, they do the mosh pit kind of thing. Some people some people some people make jumps, some people I don't know, people fight for it feels like a battle or a fight or something at times. It's like being able to go the distance. Alright, I'm just gonna keep it at that. No, I'm gonna keep going. Um, but yeah, it's like this ability to endure or something like that. You know, being beat down. It's like this thing where it's like being able to take it. You know, being able to just to love it. Really, I don't know. You know, like Tony Ferguson, he's a UFC fighter, and you know he was talking about pain, and he's saying how you know a person's smile could be a fake, a person's tears could be fake, but pain, that shit's real, and you know you feel that. Um, and he's like, when I feel pain, uh, you know I know that's real, and he was saying he loves it, and it's like I feel like that's kind of what it's all about is, you know, loving it. It's like, it's almost like this thing where it's like being knocked down, knowing you're gonna get the fuck up, you know, being like, or like this thing where it's like you can't keep me down, you know, um, yeah, like that thing where it's like you can't keep me down, motherfucker, you can't, like, I don't know. Um, like that thing where it's like I'm gonna find a way to get back up. Um, and I love that shit. I don't really know why exactly, but like there's like this there's like this relentless fucking thing where it's like when a person is just like relentless with like understanding new ideas or bringing new ideas to the table or just you know thinking of something in a way that you haven't thought about before, being like um, inspired by a person's discovery or being uh, that thing where it's like when you hear from someone and just by hearing from them you know that they haven't quit, and you know I think we all kind of need that, you know, we all kind of need that person who's just not gonna quit, you know, um, who's gonna just come back with better than ever, you know, sometimes. Um, being able to like recover and being able to give more and to like that kind of shit where it's like you might think someone is like fucking you might think of someone as being like out, you know, like they've like that thing where it's like you think someone where you think someone might be down and out kind of thing, like they're like what inspires me right now is thinking of David Goggins after he ran 240 miles and he was doing push-ups, and this was like not that long ago. That is what is inspiring me right now. Um, how it's like after he's someone think that after some crazy fucking endurance event running a stupid fucking amount of distance that a person would be fucking just wiped out, like, ugh, I'm fucking done for, I can't, I'm like, I'm gonna go lay down forever. What's inspiring me is like how there's a video of David Goggins just out there running again after like, and his fiance or whatever was saying how he's just been running the past couple days, and how he was out at like 5 a.m. or some shit, that he was out the door, and like um, and you just see him fucking running, and or that shit where you see Goggins and he's on the treadmill with his hands, because he can't use his knees. It's like just finding a way around, or finding a way through, and not being so limited, to kind of have like a discipline over everything, um, to just kind of have something to do almost, or the capacity to just keep on doing it, the capacity to just like, I don't know, it's like a daunting thing for some reason. It's like not giving up, um, being extremely persistent. It's like a thing that can make other people feel exhausted. Um, and I think a little bit of that is kind of the goal, is to kind of work harder than everybody. Um, I want to show my, I want to almost like love the most out of everybody. If I don't know, um, it's like when I went to this rave, um, even though knew I had this race coming up, I just tried to go hard as fuck, and I also you know I would see someone. It's like 6 hours of just this fucking rave, and I'd see someone new show up or something, and I'm like, fuck, there's someone new here, they have the fresh energy or whatever, and it's like I'm just, I felt like I couldn't stop dancing until everyone else was done dancing. Like, if someone else was dancing, I had to dance too. Like, it was this weird thing, um, where I just, I don't really know what it is exactly. It's hard to, like, I'm not gonna be 100% at every single given moment, but I'm going to I'm gonna have my moments of you know there's gonna be moments that are just like meant to be, in a way. Not saying that the stars fucking align or some shit. I think they do, but at the same time, like, um, kind of just the thing where it's like, this is what I've been this is what life has been preparing me for. Like, this is it, motherfucker. This is it. This is like time to shine, kind of shit. Yeah, I think that's kind of what it is. It's like, we all kind of, I think we all should be kind of having. It's like this thing that, in a way, makes life really worth it, especially in the moment. It's like this thing where it's like, we get that spotlight or something like that. We get that moment where we are, where we can say, this is where I shine. This is where I can. This is where I step up. This is where I give all the shit. It's like giving everything that I've been collecting or something like that. Like I've been kind of just like collecting and building, or like kind of fine tuning. I've been just kind of like experimenting and just kind of understanding. And it's like this thing where it's like being able to share an understanding or something like that, to express it, to put it into action, to um, it's kind of like um, getting that light bulb after so many um, failed light bulbs, having that success after so many failures. Um, Making something out of just fucking like dirt, basically. I don't know. Making like making it. I don't know. Being able to make it, you know. Yeah, just being able to say I made it, you know. And getting after what I really want. And honestly, I think it has something to do with true love or something like that. Um, and like a true love for myself, like a true love for others, because a true love for others is a true love for myself. I feel like. Um, I think it's gonna be. There's a possibility it could be a very emotional experience. My life has been really emotional. I've been feeling a lot of peace as of very, very recent, from feeling so much struggle for a long time. Um, but this is kind of a moment, a time where it's like, okay, this is real. This is, we're doing it. We're gonna do this. Um, you know, I hear that voice in my mind that's like, no, we're not gonna do this. That voice in town. And it's just gonna be like, uh, I'm just gonna try to really, really understand what what is actually possible. Um, to really understand what's the truth. I don't know. Um, I want to kind of you know, there's like a whole world of like rationality, or just kind of these half-dead rationalities of like, you can't do it, you can't do this, you're not gonna make it, you're gonna fail, you're gonna, don't do it. Um, now we've tried that, we blah blah blah, we like just kind of this and just kind of like having that, just kind of like rising above that shit and just like being like, what is really possible, or what is what is this thing that what is like the truth, or what is I don't know. Just kind of seeing what's on the other side of like what everyone, all the ancestors and everything have just kind of left behind in a way, or neglected, or didn't consider, or just kind of I feel like almost like viewing myself in a third person, or from someone from a different perspective, is like this thing where it's like you're going to do something that I didn't want to know was possible, or like, oh, you're gonna do that, knowing that I didn't do that. It's like this thing of like proving that you can do it, thinking I couldn't. It's like this belief that we carry, where it's like we can't do things, when the truth is we can do them. And it's almost this thing where it's like, it's all we've been told is we can't do things, and that we're not capable. It's just we're programmed to think we can't do anything. And I just want to prove the whole world wrong. That people can't do things. We have to believe in something that is greater than people in a way, or greater than the things that people say to us. I want to do things that other people thought were not possible or something like that, or like kind of disproving limitations. I was just like tearing up a little bit, but I was honestly like thinking of my dad, and almost as if he is like looking at me, and if I was doing something that he thought wasn't possible for himself, you know, based off of, you know, just what the whole world was telling him. And I just want to find the truth, and I think I should just end the video here. I'm going to, I'll be making another video after, if I'm still alive, after trying to run 100 fucking miles. I think I should be fine, honestly. I think it's gonna hurt, but I think I can do it, so, I'm just gonna try to calm the fuck down and, stay focused and, not overload my fucking brain, or, what is it? Short circuit my mind and shit. When I run, honestly, I'm just really not gonna try to think about I'm not gonna try to think about like mileage or time or my speed, or just like I'm just gonna calm the fuck down and focus on getting through this fucking thing, okay? And finding that fucking meaning, that fucking thing, whatever the fuck it is. I'm gonna try to find it, okay? I'm gonna have plenty of time to. I should have plenty of time to find that fucking thing, okay? I didn't even fucking smoke this joint. But yeah, y'all take care, okay? Thank you for watching this shit. If anyone's fucking watching this shit, thank you. Leave a comment, tell me anything. I'll fucking try to respond to you. I want to do this for you guys. I want you guys to be I want you guys to like be my medicine or some shit like that. If I could be your guys' medicine, I don't fucking know how to explain it, but just kind of like a thing where it's kind of like like a mutual benefit kind of thing. Like you guys can help me, hopefully I can help you guys. So, alright, take care, y'all. Peace.